Hi everyone, and welcome to week 6 of Fine Motor Friday. Today you may notice that I have some friends with me, Arthur and DW. I have been having them come to my sessions this week just to help my students feel a little more comfortable with the idea of masks. And then I wear mine, and it just helps it feel a little bit more normal. So eventually when they see me in person, they won't think, who is that astronaut walking towards me with all that stuff on their face? But anyway, so for our Fine Motor Friday today, our focus is going to be on some fine motor skills that children do in preschool, but also some of the gross motor skills that they use and how those work together. So in case you don't know who I am, hi, my name is Miss Kate. I am one of the OTs who works at the preschool. Again, this is not OT. This is just an example of some of the fine motor and gross motor activities that the kids do at school when they are on campus. And hopefully this will be with some of the materials that you might have at home. Again, some of the materials used in this video are small and can be a choking hazard, so adult supervision is required at all times to maintain our safety. And again, if you have any questions after watching this video, please feel free to contact your teacher and they will let me know if there's any follow-up questions. I'm happy to make a video specific to any concerns that come up. So with that, we will start. Okay, and our first activity today is going to be done with some paper taped against the wall so that we're able to color and tape and write against gravity, which again is beneficial for our gross motor skills, for our shoulders, and it's something that the kids get to do at school, so extra fun. Today we are joined by a small animal who's going to be my helper. This is Mr. Teddy Bear. And here are my materials. You see I have some markers and tape, and this is a box of Duplo that we are going to see a bit later. All right, so first things first, I am going to do some movie magic so our videos go a little bit faster. All right, so I am going to draw a tree, and this is the part that you could do either hand over hand with your child, or you can have prepared for them. All right, so when we're ready, we're going to, that was a bad snap, snap. And here we have it. I have a very simple tree and I have some Scotch tape that I can easily tear pieces off. So tearing and stick. And I would keep doing this until I go all around. Now the part where this becomes gross motor activity for our little preschool students is one, doing something against gravity, so not just leaning down onto the paper, but going against the wall, and also the position that we're working in. So right now I'm sitting on, let's see if I can move it back a little bit. So this can be done while working on a table in a chair, or we can do kneeling on the ground. I don't know if you can see that very well. I'm kneeling, or you can do half kneel, or if we're sitting on the ground, we can do that too. So I would prefer, sometimes I see our little people doing what we call W sitting. I would prefer that we do our nice crisscross applesauce if we are going to be working on the floor, which is also okay. Okay, so I have gone through and I have covered my lines and my pretty glitter tape because I chose glitter because I like it and I didn't see brown tape. And what we could do next is then we would again continue to tear off pieces of tape. I have green for the tree and we would follow the line. If you don't have tape and you'd want to do a similar activity, you can use stickers, right? Peeling the stickers off of the paper by ourselves. So I tore my piece of tape and I'm lining it up. And again, tearing the tape and lining it up. So I am going to finish going around my tree. So you can see that I have made a couple of long ones, but really we prefer the smaller pieces tearing because it can be harder to manage longer pieces of tape. And I have covered the outline of my tree with tape. So I can color in here with a crayon or with markers. This part, I just had too much fun using the glitter tape. And I thought, hey, why don't we practice some of our pre-writing lines, like our vertical lines? So One of the benefits of this tape is that it kind of gives a tactile boundary. So we know if we say, okay, mommy did or daddy did, one line, can you try? If we tried to go, oh, it's kind of can't go past that tape. It kind of gives us that boundary to help us remember where we want to be. And I could do some of my pre-writing lines and make my tree even prettier. I'm going to fix that one so it's nice. Okay, so I used a marker, or you can use a crayon, and we can, again, color, and that tape kind of helps give us a boundary so that we don't color out of a line, or at least if we do, we feel ourselves go over. So I can color, make it nice and pretty. I can do another color green if I want. Or it is the time when the leaves are changing, right? So we could make this orange. We could have used orange tape or red, or yellow. That would have been fine too, to do the colors of the changing leaves. So for this, we worked on our pre-writing lines. We worked on coloring inside of the line. These are all things that the kids work on when they're in preschool with the teachers. You're probably doing a lot of similar activities during the class videos or the Zoom sessions. I just wanted to point out that when I did my coloring for the top half of the tree with a crayon, I used a broken crayon, which I think we've talked about a bit before, where you can't hold a broken crayon with your whole fist, right? So that's just another option that we can use. Again, if you're using small broken crayons, we want to make sure that an adult's right there so that we don't try to snack on anything that isn't food. All right, so our next activity, do an unboxing activity. The larger Lego. I think the Lego that's meant to be age appropriate for our kids is Duplo, but I'm sure there's a million different brands of larger size Lego that's age appropriate for preschoolers. So playing with Lego, great fine motor activity. We can build towers. We can work on pattern recognition, right? We can go grab mine. So we can do yellow, red, yellow. Okay, yellow, red, yellow. One of the things that I would say, another way that we can build gross motor skills into our fine motor skills, because I think we talked about it at the parent meeting in January. It's been a while, about how gross motor skills help our fine motor skills, right? Because if you have weak gross motor skills, maybe just sitting up and focusing on sitting up straight is going to be where all of our effort is going. And when it comes to everything down here, it's already lost because we're just focusing on sitting up straight. So one of the great ways that we can work on some gross motor skills that the kids would do that they were in the classroom is playing with Lego. I don't know what this toy is, but let's pull out some Lego. Ooh. And we can do that while playing on all fours, right? Because if you have to lift a hand to play with the Lego, you're using your stomach muscles, right? So that's just another way. And if your child doesn't want to sit like that, we can always sit, right? Crisscross applesauce, like the kids are reminded to when we're in school. And if that's something that we aren't interested in doing, you can always play Legos at the table, right? Or I should say Duplo, but I think we know what I mean. The bigger size that are age appropriate for 3, 4, 5-year-old students. So again, Lego can be used for learning pattern recognition. We can build the lines with Lego and with Play-Doh. There's a lot of different ways that we can use it. All right, I tried to make today's video a little bit shorter. Let me know if that is preferable. Again, if you have any questions, please let your teachers know and they'll let me know. I hope that everybody is doing well and staying safe. Ooh, almost forgot, other gross motor activities that the kids are learning when they're in preschool. Playing catch with a playground size ball. So playground size ball, so not necessarily a tennis ball, right? That's a little bit smaller. Think like this big. Um, so they can throw it to you with two hands, and catching against their chest is okay. So yeah, playing catch is a fun gross motor, and it's not just for their gross motor skills, right? It isn't just your arms that are working. When you're catching or throwing a ball, you have to use your eyes to follow the ball as it's coming to you, and you know, the attention it takes to throw it and aim at the person that you're trying to throw it at. I know that I don't think we can go to playgrounds still, so I just thought I'd mention some gross motor activities that we can do at home, hopefully with some things that we have at home. Um, Anyway, I think that's it for this week. I hope everyone's doing well and staying safe. All right. Bye.